Hello, good afternoon. This is David Soto talking to you, and today I'll talk to you about my uh, signal service and how to place trades using my signal service. Now, I have a trade here for AUDCAD, and it is a swing signal I posted earlier. All right, and what I did was the trade is already executed and closed, but I'll show you what I did, and I drew a green line right here. All right, for the strike rate for pending order, and the price came in up here, and then the what I did was I set a sell stop for the green line. All right, now when I first get the swing signal in, I like to look at the daily and weekly charts just to kind of get like a overall big picture of what the trend is. So if I look at the daily, okay, I see that we have an up arrow but no down arrow yet. So this is not, it looks like it's coming down. This is not exactly a strong resistance yet. And we look at the weekly, we see only last super signal I see is a down. So meaning that it most likely will come down. And I drew a trend line here to kind of show you that we are in an overall downtrend. So on the higher time frame, the weekly, it is showing to come down. Alright, and if you look at the monthly is showing that it will go up. So the overall big picture is bullish, meaning that it will go up. But the monthly is just too big of a time frame to give a really good analysis for what we're trying to do here. So I try to stick with the daily and weekly. So if we look at the weekly, it's showing bearish, and daily is kind of showing bearish too, because you see here this trend line is not perfect, but when you have 3 or more points that line up, 1, 2, 3 points that line up, you have a trend. And we do have a bearish harmonic pattern here. Alright, now typically the price will come down to this support line down here, alright, on the daily, and then bounce back up and come back up to this level. So that is, looks like that's what's happening right now. So I don't know how much further it will come down. I'm guessing the price will come down some more and then shoot back up again. But for now, we're just trying to get 100, 200 pips and get out. So for entry point, I look at the M5 and M15, even the M1. These three charts right here. If you look at the M5, okay, now what I did was I had the price come in. The price was down here somewhere, and there was no harmonic pattern at the time, and I projected the price to go up even more. So what I did was I did a sell limit. Alright, now this is a little bit different than what I've been teaching, and basically when you do a limit order, you project the price to go in the opposite direction, and then you can trigger your pending order, and then it'll come back down in the direction you want. So to show you how this works, alright, so I would come here and do a pending order, and I would do a sell limit, right? I think the price is going to go down, but at a higher rate. So the price right now is 1.00846. Now I'm going to use this green price right here, 1.00890. I'm going to use 890, okay? And that's just right below. And then take profit will be 100 pips below that, which is 1.00790. Alright, and make sure you set your volume or lot size to the appropriate lot size, and stop loss. You can set your stop loss way up here somewhere where it's not predicted to touch. I don't really use a stop loss, so anyhow, hit place. Oh, I reset that for some reason. 0.0890. Alright, hit place. And I tried to set the pendant order about 50 pips away from the current price. So let me go to higher time frame and get rid of some of these lines. Back to the 4 hour. So when this red line here touches that, it will trigger. Alright, it will trigger that order, and then it will come down and hit this take profit. So I just did one a little while ago, and it had gone down, come up, and then came back down again, touched take profit, and now it's come back up again. And it will do it again. It'll probably do it several times before it actually comes down and hits this 4 hour support line. And like I said, you can look at the 5 minute and 15-minute chart to kind of get an idea of what the market will do, and you can see the range. You can get in here, even 50 pips, just get in here and in and out real quick. You can do that several times on these 4 hour swing trades. Look at the 5 minute. You can see where there's a range, all these highs and lows. When it comes up here, you do a pin order, just place a sell trade, and when it comes down, do a buy. Do it all day long, and just bank off these 4 hour swing trades. All right. So that is how I trade these 4 hour swing trades. I do see that, all day today, probably even into the next day, I don't know, it will be shooting down, but at some point it's going to break and keep going up. That's just how it's going to work. It's been really bullish the last couple days, so I project that it will keep going up. It has not hit any other resistance past that. So anyhow, that is how I trade. If you have any questions, please comment below, or just send me a message on Facebook, and I'll be happy to discuss this with you. Thank you.